A warm week in Connecticut comes to a close with the home finale for the team occupying its capital city. It's the Hartford Wolfpack hosting the Springfield Thunderbirds in the I-91 rivalry presented by Barman Pest. For the hosts, their postseason fates have been sealed. It's the second straight season that Hartford has missed the playoffs, and they have a chance to play spoiler against a Thunderbirds team that they have performed well against this season. Hartford this year, despite falling behind them in the standings, leads the Thunderbirds in the regular season series 5-3. They have a chance to clinch the season series with a win either tonight or tomorrow, when the two squads will take the highway north to the Mass Mutual Center, where they will complete the home and home set. Sticking with Hartford for now, April has been tough sledding. A 1-5 record in the season's final month, being outscored 26-10 in those 6 games. The bright spot, though, the lone win came against Springfield back on Saturday the 11th when they beat the T-Birds 3-1. That game saw all of the offense come in the first period for either side. It was Anton Bleed, Brendan Brisson, and Scott Morrow leading the charge for the visitors, while Hugh McGing netted the lone strike for the hosts up in Springfield. However, since that clash in Massachusetts, Hartford dropped back-to-back games against the Bridgeport Islanders, saying goodbye to their in-state foe while being outscored 9-3 across that 2-game stretch. The latter of the two contests was right here in Hartford, where an offensive explosion from Bridgeport sealed the fate for the Pack early. The Islanders saw 4 of their first 12 shots sneaked by rookie Callum Tongue, putting a damper on the evening early. Bryce McConnell-Barker was able to add a tally of his own before the first intermission, but Bridgeport still went into the locker room for the first time with a stout 4-1 lead. Tongue was substituted for Spencer Martin after the first 20 minutes, and the backup netminder played well, not allowing a single goal while making 11 saves across the final 2 frames. Trey Fix-Wolanski potted his 28th goal of the season in the third period, extending his team lead and cutting the game deficit to just 2. But a long toss off the glass from Bridgeport slid into the empty net in the dying moments to seal the 5-2 victory in the final Battle of Connecticut. Springfield, on the other hand, is having a great month of April, entering this contest with a 4-2 record on the month and coming off a performance against Lehigh Valley that can strike fear into any goaltender. Springfield exercised the Phantoms on Wednesday night, besting Lehigh Valley 7-1 from the Mass Mutual Center and clinching a spot in the Calder Cup playoffs as a result. Akil Thomas and Dylan Peterson struck for Springfield in the opening frame, while Micah Bushinger added the lone tally in the second. The third period, though, is where things really opened up. Dylan Dubé netted both of his strikes on the night in the final 20 minutes, while Akil Thomas added his second goal, and Alec Koskamaki joined the party as well. Lehigh Valley snuck their lone shot past Adim Zarenko, who made 24 saves on the night, just 2 minutes into the final frame. But that was nowhere near a solution to the insurance that Springfield had grown across the full 60 minutes. We'll jump into the starting lineups for both sides. First, the home team will start up front with the forwards. The primary line will be rookie Kerry Torrance with Brendan Brisson on his left, and the leading goal scorer and point scorer for the Wolfpack, Trey Fix-Wolanski, on the right. Down to the second line, it's the newcomer midway through from Rockford, Aiden Thompson at center, with Anton Bleed on his left, and Brody Lamb, who came across in the middle of the season from the University of Minnesota, on the right. It'll be Dylan Robrick at center with Kyle Jackson on his left and Bryce McConnell-Barker on the right, and Zachary Karpa in the middle with Cage Sturzer and Kalle Väisänen on the right side there. For the defensive pairs, it'll be Casey Fitzgerald and Connor Mackey up front with Scott Morrow and Jackson Dorrington behind him. Chris Ortiz and Brandon Scanlon will wrap things up on the back end with Callum Tongue and Hugo Olas as our 2 goalies. On the side for Springfield, it'll be Dylan Dubé up front on the primary line with Chris Wagner, the leading point scorer for Springfield, on the right, and Alec Koskamaki, who's a dangerous stick, on the left. The second line is Zach Dade at center with Akil Thomas on the right and Otto Stenberg on the left. The third line, Thomas Bordelou with Felix Trudeau on his left, and Hugh McGing, who scored the lone goal for the Thunderbirds against the Wolfpack last time out, on the right. Jakob Stunsel will be the centerman on the fourth line with Juraj Pekarčić on the left and Dylan Peterson on the right. The defensive pairs for the Thunderbirds, it's Kalle Rosen on the left with Michael Bushinger on the right. Theo Lindstein and Marc-Andre Godet will be the second pairing, and Colin Ralph and Hunter Skinner will be the third and final pairing. Will Cranley and Vadim Zarenko, the 2 goaltenders.